I just explained that.
Yeah, but 3. They're right here.
Oh, sorry.
That's 5. Mom, that says 103.
I already have one.
103. I will put 105.
Carter, I already have one of these.
Okay, pass it back to Isaac.
We're in 105, but
I already have one.
Pass that one back. What? Okay, there you go.
It says 103, but we're missing 105.
We're on 105.
You already done 105, right?
You already have it. It's a curly 5.
It's a curly 5. Okay. Okay, so everybody stay with me.
Can you put this up in the binder?
Yeah. Okay, if I told you to tell me what is 30%, how would you write that as a fraction?
30 over 100.
30 over 100. Does everybody remember that?
Yes.
But it could also reduce to 3/10.
Then you would reduce it. Good. It would become 3/10. Very good. All right. Now, they're going to ask us a problem, and you're going to have to use something that's called a ratio box, but we're going to call it a percent box because we're actually not working with ratios. We're working with percents. So everybody draw your little box. Instead of putting ratio and actual count, you're going to put percent and actual count. Everybody understand? Okay. And does everybody remember how to do these? The two things that we're comparing, boys to girls, and then total. Does everybody remember that?
Yes.
Okay. So let's listen to what we're comparing. It says 30% of the paintings were portraits. If there were 12 portraits, how many paintings were there in all? So what do we know? We know that there are portraits, but it didn't say anything else. So we're talking about all of it is the paintings, but there's portraits. So I'm going to say portraits and not portraits because it didn't really specify what the other paintings were. They just didn't call them anything. So I'm going to put portraits and not portraits. Okay? So now listen to the question again. 30% of the paintings were portraits. Okay? Where would that go?
None. I mean,
It's 30% and it's portraits, so we're going to go here. What will my total be?
7%.
Percent always equal 100. You always have 100%. So can we determine what this one is?
Yes.
Yes, what would it be? 70. Very good. Okay, does everybody see how we did that?
Yes.
Pretty simple. Okay, now here's what it says. If there were 12 portraits, actual count is 12. Would it go here, here, or here? A, B, or C?
A.
A. There are 12 portraits. Then how many paintings were there in all? What are they wanting to know?
Total.
Total. How many paintings, actual count, are there in all? I'm going to put an X because we don't know that. Okay. Up to this point, we were looking and trying to find the function. Do y'all remember that? We'd say this times this equals this, and we're able to figure it out. This is one of those ones that is not so easy. So does anybody remember what we do? Yes, Isaac.
Oh, well, we could, like, for the, no, never mind.
Okay? You're going to make it into a proportion. Okay? So stay with me. What you're going to do is you're going to take one row that you know everything about. And that's the row that I know everything about. Then I'm going to take a row that I want to know the answer about. Do I need this row? Not at all. I can just exit out. Okay? I wouldn't put an X right there. Yeah, because there's another X. Okay? So we're going to like just scratch it out. Okay? So what you're going to do is go 30 over 100. 30 over 100 equals 12 over X. Does everybody see how we did that? This over this, this over this. Yes?
Should we reduce that first? Or
You could, but it doesn't matter. Yes?
would you cross?
You could.
That's,
Yes.
That's what I was going to say when I wrote my
You are. You were going to say to do this?
Cross out the zeros.
Okay. So it would actually make it easier to do this beforehand. Does everybody see that you can go on and reduce this to make it easier? Okay. So now, did y'all catch that? I can reduce this by dividing that by 10. Okay. So I'm going to go on and do that. Okay, so now it's 3/10 equals 12 over x. Yes, Isaac? You know the answer. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go 10 times 12, 3 times x. 3 times x equals 10 times 12. And 10 times 12 equals? 120. Okay, so now it says 3 times what equals 120?
40.
And the answer would be 40. So x is going to be 40. Does everybody understand how we did that?
Can you do like 3 times 12 is 4, or 3 times 4 is 12, and then 10 times 4 is
Couldn't you do like
40?
That's what I did.
Me too.
Would be 10 times 4 is 40.
I don't get what you're
You
saying.
basically just
So,
find
like-
the function for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Oh, yes, yes.
Like I times 3 by 4, so I times 10 by 4.
Okay.
Which
I times 4 times 7.
After you get your x answer, put it back in and see if you get it right. So x would be 40, and I'm going to multiply it by 3, and I would get 120. That means I know I got it right.
But couldn't I do like 3 will go into 12 4 times, which means 10 times 40, 10 times 4.
I don't really get what you're saying.
I did 7
It's
times.
like 3
If you
times.
have to multiply what you do.
You have to multiply 3 times 4 to get 12.
Like, you know what you do to the top, you have to do to the bottom.
Oh. So y'all are saying from here, find the function.
Yeah, so like
Yeah, times 4,
That's what I
times
did.
4, that's fine.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah. Yes, I see what you're saying. Yes. That was a good thought for you to notice that. Good job. Okay? It's not always going to do like that. Okay? So you need to know how to do the proportion cross multiply. Okay? Let's try another one. Draw another percent box. Percent, actual count. Okay, so listen to the problem and help me fill it in. Only 40% of the team members played in the game. If 24 members did not play, how many did play? So what two things are we doing?
Did and didn't.
It didn't really give us two names, but what do we know? We know that there are team members and not team members, okay?
members,
Or I guess kind of like that
players.
played and maybe that did not play. Let's see what it says. Yes, the team members played and then there were members that did not play. So let's do play and not play. Total.
The same thing as last time.
Kinda, yeah.
No portrait and not portrait.
Yeah.
It does.
Played, not played, total. All right, so let's listen to the problem again. If 40% of the team members played, where would the 40% go? Top left. Good job. 40% played in the game. If 24 team members did not play, and it gave us an actual count, 24 people, then it says, how many did play? Are they asking us this or this?
The top one.
They're asking us how many played. They didn't ask us how many members were on the team.
Cross out the.
Okay, do we know the total?
No.
Yes.
100.
Percents total will always be 100. That's very important for us to have because we're going to need a row that we know everything about and then the row that we need to know about. Does everybody understand that?
Anything about.
But can we determine that?
Yes.
40 from 100? 60. Right? Good job. Okay, so now, because we had this help just because of foreknowledge, we now know one row that has everything, which is something we have to have. Okay, so we've got one that we know everything about, and then we've got a row that we want to know about. Right? Okay, so now we're going to take 40 over 60, and yes, you could do it the other way that you did it, equals x over 24. You can go on and reduce that if you want to. The zeros, go on and cross out if you want to,
Reduce again.
and then that makes it easy, doesn't it? Okay?
Those are good. 2/3.
Can't you reduce it again?
You could. Okay? I'm going to want to leave it. Okay? And so now I'm going to go 4 over 6 equals x over 24. And so then I'm going to go 24 times 4 and 6 times x.
Yeah, but I didn't.
24 times 4 96. So this is going to equal 96. Yes, Isaac? You're going to tell me the answer? Okay. So 96 equals 6 times what? So what will I do to get my answer? What will I do to get my answer?
6 times 4.
What do you think? Yes, Isaac. What, babe? Okay. 16 is the answer. Okay. How do we get that?
6 times 4 equals 24. And then
Okay, no. Following this rule. Not the way you did it. Because I need everybody to understand how to do this. 6 times what equals 96? Is that the same thing of saying this? 6 times what equals 96? Does that make sense? 6 times what equals 96? 6 times what equals 96? 16. 16. Okay. So what I'm going to do is go 6 into 9. One time. Bring down the 3, or subtract and get 3, and then bring down the 6. 6 will go to 36. 6 times. Our answer would be 16. So, how many people played? 16. Could we determine how many team members there were? Yes, but they didn't ask that, so unless you just want to do extra work, that's fine. Okay? Got it? Does everybody understand how to do it?
yes.
Are y'all understanding? Y'all understanding? You can do it the way you're doing it, that's fine.
Will
Okay.
it always work like the way that we do it, or will like sometimes it not turn
If
out?
it doesn't, you're going to have to do it like this.
Okay.
Okay? That's the function method, and that's fine. I know. Yes, it is. Yes.